Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of X Television. We are watching some 4v4 action here today. This is EliteFour in the blue, taking on TakeFive in the red, and we are on CP Gorge. Yeah, not a map that is, well, I don't know if I've ever seen it in competition before. I know, well, I guess I'm pretty sure that the Europeans were playing it over in sixes in their leagues, but I know that in North America it has never really been brought out a whole lot. But in this UGC 4v4 league, it is in the rotation, and well, we are going to see these two teams take each other on. EliteFour is composed of K the Fox on Medic, Hildreth on Spy right now, McCharger on Devilman, and Polk on Soldier. For red, it's Sazeman on Medic, Vand on Devilman, Bunilla on Scout, and Phonebark on Soldier. I believe I have heard that you can see some Engineer out here defending this first point, defending this entryway, but that is not the case right now for the red team. As you can see, they're posted up, I don't know, kind of on this shelf area. I'm not quite sure what you would call it. Middle, main, whatever. It is a pretty nice location. It looks like Polk and them are now going to rotate. They've chosen what they want to do. Hildreth is switching all over the place. Started as Scout, now on Sniper. Just a great map for Sniper. And they're going to rotate around, come through that upper area, and then walk out this their left side, but the right side defensively. Looks like the defense didn't really see them come in either, so it took them a little bit to react to it. Polk going down, but that's really the only loss for the offense here. As McCharger's got a nice heals. K the Fox has 100 health. He takes a little bit of damage. He's got the melee out with the Devilman chasing after him. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Seemed like he had plenty of time to potentially reload. So that first offensive push is going to come back. Looks like maybe also a little bit of miscommunication. Polk missed his first jump up top. Did want to go that direction. His Devilman goes down. That is McCharger. So they back up a little bit. But Hildreth is here. Does get Van to the red Devilman. And continuing to work around and check his angles here. Polk was at full overheal. Looking to McCharge his way into the point. McCharger kind of separating the medic here. Hildreth's still working around down to 40 health. Ubercharge is out here. Oh, nice pipe by McCharger. Definitely connects right with the medic. And, well, he was like 86%, so that was a great time to get that pipe. And just aggressive. Oh, Polk walks right into that. Just good aggressive play and, you know, creating plays. If they weren't in there as early, then they wouldn't have had that great opportunity to get a drop. So McCharger got a bit forward, and you can see he's got a nice trap above the door here. Someone actually might also... Oh, no! Does good damage, but does not get the kill. Phonebark is going to start get... Well, no, actually, not too much heal. Sazeman is trying to catch up with them. Blue have not captured the point quite yet. That does give them the closer forward spawn. Doesn't really change much for red or... how the offensive push will go. It's not like Steel or anything where it like opens up new routes. Definitely a couple options here. Basically, you can kind of come up and in to get over to this area, or you can go fully around the right side, which Polk kind of wants to. He's just checking out. Looks like Bunilla also kind of sneaking behind. We'll see if he can kind of get back in time to make something happen. So Kai the Fox and his teammates, they just get right up in here. Wow. And then the pain train on the capture point. So good job there by EliteFour. Really, it was just a quick, easy push in at last, with red kind of separated and positioned in different locations. Blue just, well, EliteFour rather, just charging the point, getting on top of the point and capturing it. Pain train on the Demoman, definitely speeding things along and helping that process out. So over for TakeFive, the lineup is going to stay the same. No class switches, no changes there. Both medics also still on Medigun. Polk, okay, yeah, so that's kind of a funny spot for charges from McCharger. But I don't know if those actually, yeah, the ones on the lampshade actually didn't hold there. I think he was trying to maybe get him on top. But also could have ended up with some weird explosions in that case. So it is Polk that is on the heavy, or on the pyro. Keeping Hildreth on scout, so maybe a little weak health-wise, at least less so than having a soldier.
Mission begins.
But the Pyro obviously has a ton of advantages that come with him. And up against Phone Bark, the soldier, those reflex will definitely be very helpful. Svan just doing a little check for stickies. Make sure there's nothing on the gates here. Still checking these boxes and whatnot. But I think for the most part, you know, both teams defensively so far have chosen to set their traps a little bit further back. Give the blue team a little bit of space and not try to contest too much. Basically have 3 exits, you know, this side, the middle, and then going up and over. Polk gonna grab that health pack right underneath. And some rocket spam coming out his way. Polk sitting with the shotgun, the flare gun, obviously a very powerful tool for pyros. You see that quite often, but the shotgun combo is very strong. So here comes the push coming out of this left side, and you know, up and over, which is exactly what EliteFour did when they pushed in. They've lost Polk to start things off. There goes Kai Fox, and yeah, actually pretty desperate here. As Hildreth out here and not going to get a kill. Sazeman did go down, but I don't think this should be really an issue for TakeFive. It seems unlikely that Polk would rush out or will actually be able to get there in time to contest. So quick enough time on this first capture. They're obviously going to have to get a fairly speedy result here, considering they only have a minute 30 left to go here. Polk getting very aggressive. Should have maybe seen that rocket launcher sticking out. Wow, look at McCharger. Just takes a ton of damage. And that's kind of unfortunate to lose half their team this early on in this defense. They're playing very aggressive as well, and now Kai, well, gets away from up top, but that's going to leave Polk without any heals. He's trying to back up this health pack, and Charger and Hildreth are going to come back on, but Polk still not getting much in the ways of heals. McCharger coming in with the rocket launcher, desperation time, and Hildreth on the demo man. I guess him and McCharger somehow ended switching up there. So there you go. Wow. Just like that, we are, you know, doing sets. We are doing offensive pushes, and just like that, TakeFive take the first round. Certainly, you know, a bit surprising quick rounds here on Gorge. I would definitely credit that one to McCharger and Hildreth going down very, very early. You know, while they were kind of trying to counter push, question mark. You know, counter pushing defensively is definitely kind of tricky. You know, you in a stopwatch scenario, you know, you don't want to overcommit, and you know, when you're in this 4v4 format, if you lose 2 players, that's half your team, and so it's definitely kind of an overcommittal there. So as we can see, Bunilla wearing that Pretty Boys pocket pistol, which apparently is not banned here in the UGC 4 config. I know the 4v4 config is definitely a lot more open, although some items that are considered balanced in Highlander are considered unbalanced in 4v4. Also kind of similarly, some of the items that are restricted in the 6s format are allowed in 4v4. So just kind of how it goes, and you know, the format of, you know, working with a Pyro or some of these other classes, it kind of opens things up quite a bit. The fact that you don't have 2 scouts, or you don't have 2 soldiers.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
So again, fairly similar loadout here for TakeFive in the class structure. EliteFour once again is going to. Oh, looks like okay. Yeah, looks like this is correct. Looks like we are going to get a quick little restart here. Sometimes with stopwatch matches, it can get a little confusing over whether the config is going to switch the teams that the players are on before it starts, or whether it just goes right ahead. So, excuse me. Once again, this is the downside of early morning commentary. So now it looks like, indeed, though, we are going to have more classes coming out here on the field. We are going to have Polk out here with the Jag and the Wrangler as well. Oh, and running the Mutton Mans. So, yeah, rocking those sideburns. Looks great with that cowboy hat. It's a great outfit. Let's see where he sets up. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good spot. You know, when Gorge first came out, I played it a lot. I enjoyed playing 24-hour Gorge servers. A pretty good time, and definitely you'll see this sentry spot pretty frequently. I'm going to pop into, I don't think, it has no vision of this right-hand side pathway, which as we've seen so far, offensively, both teams are preferring to take that. They've kind of poked through here and see what you can get, but with that health pack and the subtle high ground, it's just very dangerous to go that route and to go that way. If you can get through that left side, undetected, it's not going to be as much of an issue. But certainly you could easily stuff that early if you saw it. So, blue team here, TakeFive, are going to keep the medic tucked away just for a second here to make sure that everything is kosher, as it were. And again, they're just kind of doing the slow positioning, trying to make sure that they can get out safely. Bunilla does come in and take out McCharger, and we also have, I guess, end of the round, it was kind of madness, but Hildreth has stayed on Demo Man. And there's the deny of the sentry gun, pushing Bark just way out of the way. He's not really doing a whole lot of damage because there's this Uber charge out, but it has just soaked up so much of the Uber charge's attention. And wow, there you go as well. Kai getting a Uber shot, getting that 25% Uber, but needs to stay alive. Not going to happen. Foam Bark goes down, but Vanilla is back in this middle fight. Or sorry, this first point fight. And looks like Red is going to stabilize for the most part, but Sazeman does have a very significant Uber charge, 50%. The sentry gun is down as well, so Polk is on scout. Running up with his medic. Hildreth definitely under a lot of duress, and he is had to hustle back for a health back, but is going to reconnect with his medic. Looks like they're not going to contest, though. Hildreth obviously could put out some damage in a short amount of time, but there are quite a few people on the point for blue team, and should be able to defuse that. They also, of course, have to watch out for that issue that they had last round, which is overcommitting to having an aggressive defense and then just leaving the gates wide open. So looks like blue is going to rotate to the right, to their left, while red team is kind of checking the other routes. Foam Bark should be running into McCharger here. Actually eats a little bit of spam, kind of a prediction rocket. And good flanks though as Hildreth gets a frag. Foam Bark Ubered, moving in. They see the medic. They almost could just move past and get to the point. They pop the Uber out. Foam Bark, maybe just want to hide or try to... Okay, sorry for the awkward angle, but was just trying to show the hilarity of him hiding behind that box. And blue is actually now just going to get totally stuffed. So this does end up pretty well for EliteFour. Of course, we do have the closer spawn point. So... TakeFive will be back into action very quickly here. And looks like EliteFour just, again, choosing to just hold this left-hand side. Gives them pretty good mobility to rotate if blue does go around the left flank. Looks like Foam Bark does go down. And Van's trying to push in here, make some progress. But he's got stickies and he's taking a lot of damage. So it'll work out, though. I don't imagine that Kai the Fox and, well, no, okay, they are going to do it. I was going to say, I don't imagine that they're going to come in here really aggressively and try to disrupt the Uber tempo. And unfortunately for them, they kind of ended up in that scenario of, there's two things that you would want to accomplish in that. And you're defensive, and you have an Uber charge, and you're pushing out into them. And option one is you kill the medic before you get the Uber charge. Option two is, you're pushing in, but you maybe don't get to him before, in time to kill him, but he uses the Uber charge in a very bad situation or very far back. Instead, they do get in aggressively here. I mean, they used it kind of far back, but Sazeman still had, basically control of what he wanted to do with it. It was his own decision. He wasn't forced. And now they're bringing a lot of pressure here. Vanilla really needs to get a kill on the medic. That'll open things up quite a bit. Foam Bark in here, up against McCharger, and now Hildreth coming in as well. Hildreth, very well respected in the Highlander community for his skills, has a UGC Platinum first place medal that we were, I don't know if you guys noticed it. And is that really a community sticky launcher? I don't know. It's orange, but it's not sparkling. So, but it is a possibility. Hildreth has been around and has done quite a bit for the community. Those community items handed out by Valve at their discretion. And, well, you know, could be surprising sometimes how long it takes for people that have been active for quite a while to actually get one of those. So, you know, if you're like, I've done so much for the TF2 community, where's my recognition? Just hang in there. So Red has kind of locked things up here pretty well. The 150 time for the first point also fairly slow for what we've seen. Not like super significantly, so it's not like a huge difference, but not the fastest time that we've seen so far today. Obviously, this right now differs from what we've seen earlier today, as Hildreth and Polk and company doing a really good job of shutting things down, but Foambark just gets in there and gets Kai the Fox, does enough damage. Brunilla standing tall on the point. Foambark's going to have to come in here, but again, it's going to be McCharger and Hildreth who have a chance to throw down some defense. Hildreth full health, hits the sticky trap, and there goes the medic as well. So just like that, that offense push completely brought to a stop. And Vand and Brunilla now the only ones up. And at least because of this, you know, close health pack, you can kind of stand in here and get a little bit of spam without your medic being present. But it's still very hard to kind of set up things. And you can see Vand, I don't think he saw, yeah, he didn't really see that scout, didn't really know that the scout was flanking him. Now he's starting to get some coverage. We also have Brunilla has switched over to Soldier, while Foambark using the Spy. This guy's his enemy scout. I don't think, I know that he was hit, but I don't think that he was necessarily detected. I think that might have been just a spam rocket. Using that cloak and dagger, which is pretty smart because there's a lot of nooks and crannies you can hide in this map. Where he is right now is definitely a location that will not really get checked very often. Blue does have to be careful though, because yeah, if Brunilla goes down, then Sazeman can just really get closed down and closed into. This is maybe kind of a little risky as Red is tucked into spawn, and Foambark, this is his opportunity, but yeah, he's got to go quick here. And I think he might be a little bit slow on coming out to try to get a stab. Actually jumps over the medic as well. So unfortunately, I mean, this is sometimes the issue with Scout in 6s as well, but definitely in 4v4. You know, you go Spy, and I'm going to say Scout a second ago. I meant to say Spy. You go Spy, you hang out with Cloak and Dagger, you see what's all going on, you get into a good position, and then he was slow to react, and by the time he actually got into combat, he died. So basically, you know, for the last minute that he was running Spy, his team was 3-on-4. They also didn't really have Vand with them, the demo man, and I think that would have created a lot more confusion. So Blue, you know, did get maybe a little bit of desperation or just really wanted to get out there and capture the point, but it was going to be very difficult for him. Oh, and we do got the crits out here. Foambark is going to come around with a flank. Oh, God, and then gets just totally meat-shotted by Polk. They are all the way pushed out here. Polk grabs the health pack. They're going to want to get a kill on Sazeman. You know, as long as Hildreth survives and Kai the Fox survives, it doesn't really matter whether Polk dies here. You know, McCharger, I think, wanted to get out there as well. Definitely would have been very nice to kill Sazeman there, but unfortunately for EliteFour, that did not happen. But Kai does just get an Uber Saw there, and that is actually very, very clutch. If Kai can just survive here and get a health pack, they're actually going to have crits, yeah, like super split second before blue team gets Uber Charge. But yeah, indeed, that's not going to matter as Uber Charge just, you know, destroys crits. McCharger's just trying to stay back here to make sure to kind of clear the point off. And there we go. That's going to be it. 5 seconds on the respawn timers. No one's coming back. And that is going to be the first half of this second set for TakeFive. Now, EliteFour, they are down from that first set, so they're going to need a good offensive time here in order to take this map.
Mission begins in 60
Or take this
seconds.
map to a third set, rather, I should say. And we will indeed see who wins if it gets to that point. If not, if TakeFive can put up an even stiffer defense than EliteFour threw at him, then they will be set, and that'll be a 2-0. I'm not quite sure what the other map or the remaining maps coming up for UGC will be. This team is in the Silver Division, which is the top division. Looks like our next match coming up will be Koth Airfield. That's a map put together by Scorpio Uprising. I think it will be perfect for 4v4, but I think it might need a little bit of work before it's ready for sixes. Perhaps an additional rollout on the side. And then we got Doomsday. Should be pretty fun to see. Koth Arctic White Frost, which I've never seen, and Gravel Pit. Then the Pro Viaduct will be the last regular season match. Now EliteFour getting ready to roll out here. Hildreth on Sniper, not going to be seeing anybody immediately. UGC rule set similar to the Andivich 4v4 rule set, just in a sense you can't run medic and heavy weapons guy at the same time. Otherwise that would be a pretty good rollout strategy here on Gorge. And Brunilla can't get the kill on Polk, as Polk gets the health back. Is just going to try to fly away. Does do a good job of getting away. Oh god, then Phone Bark just closes the distance. Phone Bark wasn't exactly healthy either. The headshot actually turns into a little bit of overkill, but nonetheless a nice shot. Oh, and the melee's out, but he's going to go down. And Blue is out in the fight, but McCharter has to back up a little bit, and Kai the Fox and him now rotating. Hildreth has respawned, but Polk a few seconds left on his clock. Brunilla is damaged up, but that's just about it. Oh god, unlucky for McCharger, as that scattergun shot just threw him back into the corner and kind of locked him out. We have seen class switches on the red side. That's TakeFive right now, as Brunilla on Soldier, Phone Bark on Scout. Switch up from what they started as. Here comes the Uber charge, and Kai the Fox took some early damage coming in. Brunilla just chooses to move over and chase off the Soldier. They're trying to get McCharger down here as well. Hildreth out here on top of things. Let's see what Hildreth can get done. He is jumping around, does kill Van, the demo man. Just throwing some shots at, yeah, okay, that's Brunilla having that invisible player bug once again. But he gets taken down. So we're going to kind of post up here, and actually EliteFour having some issues on this first point again as well. So very fast captures in the first set. With the second set, things kind of slowing down a little bit. I was talking about items earlier, and I wanted to give a shout out to a website called whitelist.tf. And it's very cool. It can be used to generate whitelists if you're trying to hold an event, but it also has collections of all the lists that are out there. It's very easy to just say, you know, UGC 4v4, and you click that on their pull-up window, pull down window, and it'll show you all the banned weapons. So Phone Bark was trying to get a good flank in here and just trying to stay on this point and be harassment, but he goes down, and now Van's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He gets taken out. Brunilla's got the medic at his back, but Kai the Fox has 95%. Not the fastest capture going on right now, but they're just getting so many kills that Red Team's going to have to be very careful here. And Phone Bark goes down. Blue is a little indecisive over whether they want to stay in and just spawn camp, basically, or if they want to double back and finish up that capture a little bit faster. The ×1 really just does not do much on there. So looks like they are getting ready to go here again. McCharger pushing forward, does get Van. That's a great kill to start things off. And then Brunilla, Phone Bark on the snipes. He's got to switch back to Scout, and we might as well stay on him because he's the only defensive player left here for Red Team. But he's got to fight 3 people off here. 5 health, not going to happen. And there you go. Second set goes the way of the EliteFour. And we'll probably have another little team shuffle here so that the players can get on the correct sides. Or will we? I don't know. Either way, yeah, it looks like okay. They are juggling teams here, and we will get our next round going here. This video, of course, produced not live, based off the demo. Polk was the one to send it in. We do live Highlander coverage on Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. You will see the VODs of that posted as soon as possible. We also have a eXtv has a UGC Highlander Steel Division team called the Portland Burnsiders, based in Portland, Oregon, and we cast as many of their games as possible as well, post-produced. I think this week, though, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to obtain the demos. Some other stuff going on with that we don't necessarily have to get into right here, right now. I've been enjoying this 4v4 format. I hope you guys have been as well. I think it's pretty fresh. Keeps a lot of the team aspects of 4v4 or of sixes, and you know, just everything that we love about Team Fortress. But also, you know, has that fast class switching that isn't really as present in 6v6. 6v6, there's not as much off-classing or as flexibility. In this, you know, we have seen a fair amount of class switching and off-classing. A lot of players actually switching what classes they're playing. Polk has played multitude of classes today. I think he was Scout, Engineer, Pyro, and Soldier. So that's 4 classes right there. Hildreth has also been all over the board. Spy for just a second, Sniper, Scout, now Soldier as well. I think he was on Demo Man even for just a split second. So 4v4 definitely kind of requires a lot from players in terms of their flexibility and their ability to adjust to strategies on the fly. Hildreth put some good bombs around. He's probably, yeah, I was gonna say he's probably on gunboats, because I know that myself, after that 4th rocket, I just would have pulled out the shotgun. But Ubercharge out here does get a nice flash on Polk. They do force the Uber out as well from the red team. And Kai could definitely use somebody to heal. There we go. Get out of 3rd person there, sorry. And, oh no, I was going to say, yeah, Kai extremely lit. Bunilla gets the shotgun kill on him right before he goes down. And so that's a big pickup. Hildreth chasing, though. And I don't know where Vand is. I'm going to have to pull up his point of view. But yeah, he's just getting to the fight. That's a great kill on Sazeman. But that's also just devastating for TakeFive, because, you know, Vand, he's considering it. Nah, looks like he's not going to, though. Yeah, he was considering pocking his head out there and contesting a little bit. But again, it's just not one of those scenarios, you know, that's going to work out. You most likely end up getting caught. So now they've backed up, and they're just going to be holding. They're going to need, you know, the way that this has been playing out, they're going to need a good defensive hold here to kind of create some distance between themselves and the EliteFour. Although in the very first set, the EliteFour captured the first point at a fairly similar time. And then actually TakeFive were able to overcome that time and win the set. They lose their scout. Foam Bark goes down. Vand actually has lost a lot of health. 86 health is not very comfortable when you're a demo man. He's going to have to back up even further, which is also going to force Bunilla to rotate away. So Blue is charging in here pretty hard. Polk closing the distance on Vand. Vand 23 health. There we go. Taken out. Sazeman is down as well. Blue is just going to get on the point and hold that steady. Get this quick capture here. 2:11 is the time. And that's a pretty good pace. Definitely can be swift captures here on Gorge. You just need to get those kills quickly, and then just capitalize on that. If you get the kills out here in this hallway area, you know, just continue to push and continue to force that pressure. So the pressure is going to be on for blue team. Looks like Foam Bark has gone sniper. A couple big snipe kills could certainly help open things up, but you know, it's going to be difficult to accomplish. Definitely some good angles as you get into the kind of field area of this second point. But, you know, with this 4v4, it's hard to really get any protection as a sniper. And, you know, if your frontline troops die, there's going to be no one else to protect you. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on Foambark and seeing what he can do here on offense as sniper. 2 minutes and 11 seconds is going to settle this map as we are in this third set. And if TakeFive can take this offensive push faster than 2:11, this will be their match. Hildreth playing point man right now. Just searching around with that pretty boy pocket pistol. He has 210 health on a full overheal. Fairly nice. See, Foambark has got a few opportunities to take some shots, but hasn't landed anything yet. There's a lot of angles here, and he's just looking to tee off there. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that EliteFour are cognizant of the fact that he's a sniper. And, you know, that's the other thing with sniper here on offense, just particularly with this time, you just don't have time to work with. You know, you can't wait for a snipe pick necessarily. You got to get out there and you got to get fragged. So here comes the Uber charges all around. Foambark's going to kind of try to, yeah, he's going to try to just like hide in this tree over here on the side, which isn't a terrible idea, but, you know, more so unfortunate for the rest of the team. They lose Sazeman and now everybody else, Bunilla and Van. So Foambark is going to be responding, goes for the scout. Wasn't able to hit any shots, well, maybe a few shots, but get any kills as sniper. He's just going to choose to just kind of close in and get right on top of Kai the Fox. But Kai is doing just fine. McCharger gets another kill, and Sazeman, just him. So nothing opened up there for TakeFive, and they could use a fifth player if they're going to make this happen. Because, yeah, 30 seconds. You know, as I mentioned at the beginning of this cast, I'm not super familiar with Gorge, so I don't know exactly when the point of no return is, where they just don't even have a chance of capturing. So you have to imagine it's very, very soon here. 20 seconds is just not much time to work with, and McCharger, or MC Charger, I don't know. He gets a nice sticky trap kill there, gets a big frag, and now over on the side here, Foambark's going to go down. Vanda's coming out here. I imagine GG is going to be called shortly here. There we go, GG's. So congratulations to EliteFour for taking this match week 3, I believe, on UGC 4v4 Silver Division. Actually, that was week 2. We did watch a match from Badlands, but that was preseason, and Asheville was week 1. So congratulations once again to EliteFour for the results here. Well played. And, yeah, that's going to do it for us. We got 2 top 10s coming your way. I can't promise them, like, I'm not going to say soon, but, like, shortly. I've done commentary for the January edition, and then we are flashing back and doing October 2013 due to demos being fixed and us being able to record those. So that will be on its way as well, but we will be prioritizing the January 2014 edition. And, you know, look forward to delivering that to you guys. So, once again, a shout out to our Patreon supporters who are helping us achieve our goal of being funded to do this full time. And, yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So, thanks for watching. I am eXtine, and I will see you next time. Peace out.